Hello, good day to all of you. I'm so excited to introduce to you my guest in my YouTube channel, Mr. Dudes Are We. She is actually the reigning Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur 2022. Let's get to know more about her because a lot of people would like to find out who she really is. Let's welcome Magiana Ignasia or Gina.
Hi, Sir Dudes. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me tonight, Sir Dudes. It's been a long time, and I always having fun talking to you. I always get any insight after this.
Gina, you are a very busy influencer. No, that's the reason why, a lot of people are interested to know about your journey in the Putri Indonesia. Okay, let's start first with your family. Okay, so could you please tell something about your family? What do your parents do for a living? How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Okay, so everyone, I'm Magiana Ignasia Sinaga. You can call me Gina for short. I'm a Bachelor of Psychology from the University of Indonesia, and right now I'm working full-time as a people analyst for one of multinational e-commerce company. So talking about my family, I was born as the third from four. Yes, we're a big family. I have two big sisters. They're like 3 and 4 years older than me. And I always have my little brother. He's 8 years younger than me. So my dad and my mom is a hardworking parent. My dad is already retired 2 years ago from a position in one of the government corporation. But 2 years later, which is this year, he's back to work, right? So he's retired at the age of 60 and come back to work at the age of almost 62. So I always inspired to be a hardworking woman from him. And also my mother, she is a nurse, actually, Sir Dudes. Yes, she's a medical worker. Since her very first profession, actually, she is graduating a diploma in nursery. I think it's around 20 years old, and she's working for that hospital as well from 20 years old until now, around 55 years, and she's gonna retire next year. So growing up with a busy parent and also two big sisters, I always believe to be a hardworking and an independent woman. As well, my two sisters is also a hardworking woman, and my little brother also studying right now in one of the best Catholic schools in Jakarta. It's one of the most disciplined one. I know it from, I think it's already very several years ahead for the school itself. So yes, I grew up from a very hardworking and love to learn. And also my parents always taught me to pursue what I want and don't ask their money or don't ask their like effort. We have to do that effort. So I think it's one of the funny stories of this actually. And I always like getting the goosebumps every time I remember my life journey from this side. So growing up, pursuing my education in Catholic schools. Actually, I am befriended with a lot of like powerful and also well-educated and also a prosper students. They always like going traveling all over the country since I was in the elementary school. And me, unfortunately, I never get the chance to visit any country overseas because my dad always taught us to like just save our money for education, because when we're going abroad we have to buy like 6 seats, for the airplane. And I think it's a big money for him. So it's rather to put it into the house or into the education. So I save my money. I work for like 1 semester in my college when I was 18 years old to travel abroad. And the first country I visited was Singapore, actually. And I don't know, it just feels so rewarding to reach like one simple dreams for you. I don't know for anyone, but for me, it's just like what my father and mother told me to pursue what I want and working for it, and you will reach it.
So basically, based on what you've shared to us right now, Gina, you've been working so hard and you're no
Yeah.
longer asking for financial support from your parents.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And that's actually also related to my pageant journey right now. I know everyone is working hard. Every woman, every Putri is working hard. And they have their own story, of course. But right now, I am, maybe until I graduated, I independently support myself. And also, I know that my parents are enough and they can support me, support my sister as well, but I chose not to because they already support me until the end of my graduation day. So since that day, I managed to work. I do like 7 professions actually.
Wow, 7 professions. Can you elaborate on those 7 professions? No?
Yes. So the first one is, of course, my full-time employment as a full-time employee, people analyst, the role itself for one of the multinational company. And then the second one I often do is as a mental health public speaker, and then a life skills journey coach. Like I teach or train many institutions or many kids and teenagers about life skills. And the fourth one is content creator, model, dancer, and also a host or master of ceremony. So several of this experience or professions I already did from my high school. So that's why I save my money a bit and a bit to like just treat myself, because my parents never give me any extra money for entertainment. Like if you want to entertain yourself, you have to pursue it by yourself. They just give us a proper education and meals and so on. But when it comes to entertainment and when it comes to extra needs for yourself, you have to pursue it by yourself.
That's very interesting, and I hope those who will be able to watch this will be able to get an inspiration, no, from the way you do things, no, because you're still very young, and yet it's so amazing to know that, you know, after graduating from the university, you've started working, you are assuming different jobs, 7 specific professions, and you're earning from them, and you take care of your finances, and that's very good. It's a sign of a good discipline, no? Which is what Puteri Indonesia should be. Now, let me ask you about your journey, no? Who motivated you to join Puteri Indonesia? Is this your first time to join a pageant?
Yes, actually, it's kind of my first time to join the real beauty pageant. Like we prepare everything from the brain, beauty, behavior, and bravery aspects, and also the public speaking and catwalk, and also our English communication. I think it is my first time. So this is very challenging, and a lot of things motivated me. Actually, like the first thing is my advocacy. I always spread the good side of mental health since 2018, and then I built my own platform since 2 years ago. So I want to make it expand and larger. Like with this platform of Puteri Indonesia, we are gaining more trust and also more experience from all the people. I'm also meeting a lot of beautiful Putris and empower women here. So I believe that I can grow more as a person and reaching my self-growth and also figuring my platform. wellness-worthy, actually it's called. We're focusing on the physical, mental, and spiritual health of a person, and it's really nice to speak it and make it more serious into the professional range, like this big competition between Indonesia by Mustika Ratu. It is like a bright chance to speak more about these issues. Like I believe as a Bachelor of Psychology, at first, I'm kind of lost, especially after the pandemic. Like, oh my God, I already do a lot of freelancing, like modeling, hosting, Master of Ceremony since I was in high school and also in the college. But then when I graduated, I only did one job actually because of the pandemic. And it's really a struggle because I know I can do good in front of the computer, but I cannot do it every day from 9 to 6 doing the same job. So I start improving myself from every aspect. So I creating that mental health platform, and also I speak more about that thing, invited to a lot of webinars, and I just feel alive. And I believe that with this platform of Puteri Indonesia, I can make it even bigger.
Yeah.
Because yes, in 2021, actually, I count all of the experience from my invitation of webinars, and the total is around 100 webinars.
Wow.
Like, oh my God, time flies. And I just realized that I invited to hundreds of webinars, and it's not a lot, and everything is not always big. Like sometimes only like maybe around 20 participants or even 15 participants. But right after that, at that moment, I check my Instagram direct message request. There's always someone ask me, "Hi, I'm from the previous webinars. I want to ask more personal thing to you." And it just warms my heart because, wow, I invited to like a very small webinars, but there's one person who is touched by me and want to know more. I think at least I help that person, no matter how big or how small the webinar is.
That means to say, Gina, you are a very engaging speaker. No, the fact that you are able to make these people, message you afterwards and ask for more. That means to say you are able to, you are a very effective speaker. Yeah, you have so many speaking engagements. You have so many webinars and lives. That's the reason why you're a very interesting candidate for Puteri Indonesia, because Puteri should be the voice of the people. A Puteri should be someone who could speak, who could be, who could carry out the platforms or the advocacies, and that's really amazing. You, from that fact alone, you are already manifesting what a Puteri Indonesia should be, right? So basically, you graduated in 2018, is it, in the university?
2019.
19.
Yeah,
that's
few months
why,
before the pandemic.
that's why you just decided to join Puteri now, no? Because previously in 2019 you've just finished schooling. That's great, no? And you mentioned something about being a dancer, no? And I heard you are not just a dancer, but you're a very good dancer. Could you please tell something about that aspect of your life as a dancer?
Wow, I think it's also a touching story for me. Maybe just a little bit too much information, but it's okay because it's a part of the journey also. So my dad and my mom is very prepared on education and also on like life skills or talents in arts or something. So they decided what to choose for our kids, for our girls, right? 3 girls, and they think about either piano or ballet. And this piano is a classic piano, and ballet, of course, a classic one for dance style. But they choose piano because they think that piano is more of a long lasting. Like we can still playing piano in the age of 70 or 60. But when it comes to ballet, maybe like when 30 or 40, we are already not so motivated or energized. So they choose piano, and then I practice piano for like 10 years. From the age of 6 until the age of 16 or 17. So it's a long time, 10 years. But the middle of the journey, which is on my junior high school, maybe I'm around 11 years old. I joined my junior high school, and that's an extracurricular for a modern dance. I start to explore it, and I fell in love with it. Like, oh my God, I never fell in love with art like this before, even though I practiced piano for like 6 years before, and I keep exploring more and more. I go into high school and I explore more, and at first my father disallowed me, of course, because when it comes to this practice, I come home very late and I didn't practice the piano, and I'm still on the course. So he already paid very expensive for the classic piano course. So I'm like not doing really well. I even failed 3 times of the piano examination, like 3 times in a row. And that is so embarrassing. That is so, oh my God, I'm not really talented on it. So by that experience, oh my God, I'm so bad at piano. I think I want to focus more on this dance. So 6 years doing modern dance, and then I'm going to the university and I learn more dance, which is traditional dance. And in here, I still fell in love even more, and I got a chance to represent my country, Indonesia, to Hungary and Bulgaria. We're doing a festival competition with a lot of countries there around the world, and also we won the first prize in Bulgaria. And by that time, my father starts to believe in my passion. And yes, and because I never got supported service for like my dance journey, like I do the competition for modern dance, and my family never watched me,
Really?
So, and then I always travel alone when I was in the university, like going to the Singapore or going to the Malaysia. I always by myself, going to the airport and stuff. So when I just got back after a month in the East Europe, and before I moved my phone to the airplane mode, I asked like my family. Later, I'm going to home from the airport by myself, right? And then my mother just answered like, "No, we're picking you up." That's the first time my family picking me up from the airport.
When they found
That's
out, when they
am.
found out that you won in Bulgaria,
Yes.
right? And so they're so proud of you.
Yeah, they're picking me up with a lot of my teachers, my friends, and also all of the parents from our dance group, and they give us like a flower necklace, and also like
and since that time, your parents, your family has been very supportive of your dance.
Yeah, that's the first time they picking me up. And also before we went to the Europe, we held like maybe a showcase, but a big showcase to present what is we represent of Indonesia to their like 4 dances. We show it, and that's the first time they watch me dancing.
Wow, you must be a very, very good dancer, yeah. Having represented Indonesia in the international competition. Now, has it been a dream for you to join Puteri Indonesia? At what age have you realized that okay, once I reach a certain point or a certain age, I'll definitely be joining Puteri?
Actually, it's a deep question, Surdus, because maybe I finished my bachelor degree when I was 22, and right now I was 24. And I just realized that this past 2 years is like the most of my life. Like I experienced a lot of ups and downs, and I think I grow more as a person. And from this journey in Puteri Indonesia, I believe I am stronger than 2 years ago because of every situation. So just like this pandemic, my professions, my quarter life crisis, and every challenges I face, every problems and mistakes I made, like this past 2 years just changed the way I think and my mindset so much. So when I decided to join this competition, I believe that I got what it takes. Like everyone always say, like you have to got the mentality to join this competition. You have to be strong. You have to be resilient, and so on. And every time they say something like that, I always reflect on myself. I think I believe that I am strong. I believe that I got that mentality to compete and to give my best. And I know maybe sometimes I'm not perfect. Sometimes I'm not the best at every session. But the thing is to learn from my weakness before and make it better for tomorrow. So this pageantry is not just a beauty contest, not just to be always feminine and always interesting in front of the camera right now. But the most important thing is for us to grow better as a person, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Gina, to be able to enter Putri Indonesia is not an easy task, right? A lot, hundreds and hundreds of girls would want to make it in Putri every year, but not everybody's given the opportunity to be crowned and to represent a certain province. So what are some of the struggles that you encountered while joining the Putri, and what was the feeling when you finally when you were finally selected as Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur?
Okay, so for my effort, for my effort effectively or intensively is around maybe since the September of 2021. It's the most effective time, maybe around 3 or 4 months. But actually, my journey already began around this past 2 years when I started to sharpen my advocacy, making my own platform, and also enhance my public speaking by joining a lot of webinars to be the speaker, and of course by all of the problems in life making me more grow as a person. So by the catwalk itself maybe, or the like grooming style and stuff, actually since I was in okay, funny story. Actually, since I was 6 months as a baby, I already working as a model, so just as a baby model for one of yes, for one of a book from a pediatric, I guess. It's about
nice.
baby massage. So I am modeling the massage of the baby in there.
Wow.
And yes, and since then I think I always loved the fashion and the beauty industry, and I also model since I was in high school a bit for a runway and catwalk. So when I do like the photo shoots and also do the runway, I just like live for it and I just enjoy it a lot. So I want to compete and I want to struggle for the competition, but I don't want to miss the fun part and also the empowering part from all the girls connecting with all of the beautiful and strong ladies around Indonesia.
Okay. Wow, no, I think that was a sign, no, when you were still a baby, you were already a model.
Yeah, as my mom said that my mom said that she just like smiled at me and then I like
okay. Okay, now
like, I'm not crying at all. I love the camera and the camera loves me.
Okay, Gina, can you share to us where were you, who were with you when you finally found out that you would be the Putri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur?
Yes. At that morning, I was doing my Pilates workout and it is rainy. I was on my mat in my house, in front of the terrace, looking at all the trees and all the greens from my garden. And then I don't want to open my phone. So I just want to just leave it and open it later. I'm focusing on my workout, focusing on the music and all. But then I don't know, sir. I played one of the playlists for a strong motivation playlist songs, and it contains a pop songs. But on that minute, it moves to spiritual songs. If you know it, Oceans by Hillsong. And I just like, okay, I can continue doing the Pilates because the music is matched, like it's slow and it's calm. So the Oceans music like going through my mind and my soul, and then my friend called me. So yes, I got the notification from my friends because I turned off all notifications. And
so basically, it's your friend who relate to you that, oh, you are now selected.
You make it, yes, you choose like that. And then, oh, really? Oh my God. And then I turn it off and I back to my Pilates. And after I done it and I'm opening it all, my aunt also called me like, you are the chosen, yeah, and something like that. And my sister also come to me, and just everyone realized it first than me.
Okay, so you're the official Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur, right? Of course, you already have many followers, but then you're already a public figure because you're an influencer. You've been doing lives, webinars, etc., and hosting. But when you became Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur, of course, there were some things that change in your life, right? What are these changes?
Wait, is my connection okay, Sir Dutz?
Yeah. What were some of the things like, of course, now you are representing Kalimantan Timur, the whole province, right? So you cannot just go out the way you did before, right? You cannot just do whatever you want. You cannot just wear anything you want to wear because you are now a public figure, and I mean, people are looking up to you. So aside from those things, what are some of the changes that happened to you?
Well, of course, I always speak positively on my social media and make myself as decent as possible. Maybe previously I post anything I want, but right now I'm more into like posting when I decent from the look and from the typing and so on, and also just keep being myself and keep balancing my attitude and behavior. Also, just don't change yourself too much and don't become a different person. Just be the best version of yourself, be an inspiration. And also, you're not just Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur, you're also still a human being, you're also still a person, you're also still a daughter, a sister, and so on. So remember who you are, don't be arrogance, just keep yourself humble and down to earth and mingle with everyone. I think up until now I'm still doing the same activity and daily routines because I'm still who I am.
Okay, Gina, can you confidently say right now that you're ready to conquer the Puteri Indonesia stage this coming May?
Sorry, sir, I lost your.
Can you confidently say right now that you are very much ready to conquer the Puteri Indonesia stage?
Okay, right now.
Of course, you're preparing, right?
Conquer Puteri Indonesia 2022.
Okay, so what do you think? Of course, you're so pretty, you are very much qualified, but there are also almost all the girls. I mean, all the girls are equally beautiful. What do you think will be your advantage as a candidate? What do you think you have that would make you stand out during the finals?
Sorry, Suprus, I can
I think your connection. Okay, so why should you be the next Puteri Indonesia?
Okay. I should be the next Puteri Indonesia 2022. I believe that I'm a genuine person. I do it not just because of the crown, not just because of the fame and the popularity and all other benefits, but I do it because I want to contribute and I want to spread a bigger message to the community, to Indonesia, about the importance of my advocacy itself, the wellness of our physical, mental, and spiritual. It is a holistic wellness. Three of it is very much important for us as much as the physical. So I know that everyone deserves this position. Everyone already working so hard, but we also have our own dreams. And I believe that I can collaborate very good with the Yayasan Puteri Indonesia and Mustika Ratu. I am a hardworking girl, as I said before. I'm very disciplined and always making behavior and attitude as the #1 priority, because I think it's the core of everything. And as a human resource itself, I'm working as a human resource specialist. I know what kind of candidates that is very good to be working around, to put your hopes in and make a better improvement for the community and for the company itself. And I want to be that kind of person who shows my integrity, who shows my discipline to work, because a beauty queen is not just a title, it is also a profession, you know. And I believe that I am a very professional person and I want to always strive for best. And I think I got what it takes for each aspect and always trying my best, not be arrogant, not satisfied enough, but always look for improvement.
Okay, Gina, do you, of course, whatever title would be given to you, you would definitely appreciate and accept that, no? But do you have any specific title that you want to get? No, it might be a dream. Like, for example, do you want in universe, international, or supranational?
Obviously, Sir Drugs, I'm hoping for the Miss Universe title, because like I love the statement for the universe, the word universe itself. I always live for the power in the universe. Like no matter how bad we are, or no matter how good we are in this life, how much we hope from the world, I think that if the universe says so, you will get it. If you believe in it, you will make it.
Wow. You know what, Gina, you look so beautiful on screen.
I think my
yeah,
best.
yeah, you look so amazing. Okay, Gina, there are a lot of people who are helping you aside from your family, right, in your journey. Especially, you have so many fans, no? I know that you have so many supporters. If I will give you 1 minute to talk to the pageant lovers, to the supporters, to the fans, what are you going to tell them? And you may speak in Bahasa Indonesia. I'm giving you now the 1 minute to talk to your supporters.
First, untuk semua pageant lovers Indonesia, dan juga untuk timku, tim Kalimantan Timur, dan juga seluruh orang-orang berjasa yang telah membantu aku, support aku, keluarga, juga teman-teman. Terima kasih banyak atas doa dan dukungannya. Tentu aku tidak akan ada di sini tanpa dukungan dari kalian semua, tidak akan sekuat ini tanpa bantuan dari teman-teman semua. Mohon doa dan semangatnya selalu supaya bisa terus memberikan yang terbaik, bisa terus rendah hati, berusaha, dan juga mencapai apa yang saat ini sedang aku cita-citakan, karena balik lagi, ini adalah once in a lifetime experience. I want to make it the best, make the most of it, and apapun itu hasilnya, semoga itu sudah menjadi hasil yang terbaik, karena ini adalah kompetisi, dan yang terpenting adalah kita melakukan yang terbaik dengan tulus. Terima kasih. Tuhan memberkati. God bless you all.
Okay, Gina, I would. What's your message to the whole Indonesian? To the Indonesians, to the whole of Indonesia, what's your message to them?
Okay. My message for the Indonesia, for everyone and anyone who watch it right now. I know that we face a lot of struggles in our life. We face so many differences, so many adjustments, so many adaptations. So, but believe it that every day is a lifelong journey to learn more. Every day is a lifelong journey to struggle and believing in ourselves. I always believe in one quote, which is that mistakes are there for us to be more humble. Without mistakes, without any problems, we're going to be the most arrogant person because our life just straight out of point, like never mistakes, never say to problems because we got none of them. So when you have that kind of problems, when you have a mistakes in your life, just take it as an advantage. Just change your mindset. Without this message, I would be the most arrogant person. I would never learn and I cannot be humble. So anything is depends on how you think about it, how you feel about it, and don't try to control a lot of your life or a lot of other people because we can never change people, but we can change the way we react and think about them.
Okay. Gina, is there one thing that you think Indonesia should focus on? I mean, what do you think is the number one problem of Indonesia at this point?
Okay, I think one of the problem in Indonesia right now is the resilience. Yes. Like I always see like everyone is so many numbers of unemployment and so many numbers of suicidal and also crime, also like I don't know, bad news all over the province, I guess. But also there's always a good news, but we always live in like in a black and white, in yin and yang. We're living in a good and in a bad. So sometimes all of this sad news is draining us, you know, and it's just very exhausting to read all of the bad news every single day.
Yeah.
And one of the core actually for it, either it's an economic situation, an unemployment, or is it a mental situations, suicidal or crime or things like that, and other social problems. I think the key of resilience, the character for us to stay strong, stay tough in every situation of life, I think it will help us a lot more. Like the mental revolution from our president, Bapak Joko Widodo, that taught us to be a strong one in our aspect that, like I said before, this life is always coming with the mistakes, but believe it that mistakes always come with this problem solver. So just take it, relax. I don't know. I always get a lot of mistakes actually every day, and always making one every day. But I always believe like this one shall pass.
Yes.
Just get ahead of it. Just still live your life and solve it with your own style. I believe that one day you will laugh at your mistakes.
Yeah, and that's precisely the reason why your advocacy is very perfect, no? Advocating mental health, right? Because, you know, all these problems, they would all lead to mental problems or mental health problems if they would not face them properly, no, and positively. So you are an inspiration, actually, and continue doing your advocacy.
Yes, thank you so much, Sergus.
Okay, and so let's have our final message to, can we have a final message from our Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur 2022? I'm giving you the floor.
Okay, what I'm trying to say here one more time is the power of ourselves. I know that sometimes we cannot always be powerful every day. We cannot be strong and ready every day. Even me, I'm not looking like this every day, or even like every week. Sometimes I put this makeup on. Sometimes I erase all of this makeup and accessories and this beautiful clothes and just be who I am in the house right now. And it's just human being. We always living our life every day differently and just using our power each day in order to be better, and not just the power of beauty or something like that. You should believe in the power of kindness. Then everything in life is actually something to be proud of. And I remember one quote, which is, if you want to struggle more in this life, you have to pursue it. And by that say, I believe that we as human always get the chance to struggle more, always get the chance and another door, always get another mountain to climb. And if you are not perfect today, like I am not always perfect, or any other inspiring public figure out there is not always perfect every day. But yes, the truth is you just need to give your best and be the reason of your own power, because that's one thing that we really need right now, power.
Wow, amazing. So thank you so much, Gina, our Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur 2022, for sharing your life to us, your journey as a Puteri Indonesia. And we are wishing you the best in the grand finals. No matter what happens, we are supporting you. We are praying for your success, and please show what you've got during the grand finals. Okay,
Yeah,
ladies and
thank you so
gentlemen, let's
much
give
for
yeah.
having me.
Yeah, let's give a warm round of virtual applause and virtual hug to our Puteri Indonesia Kalimantan Timur, Gina Maglicia. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, everyone. Happy weekend.